What's going on, everybody? It's Steve here with Week 6. We're playing Cass. Haven't played Cass before, as with all the other players in my division. We are 4-1 now after a tough loss last week. Cass is 3-2. Cass could still pass me if I lose out and they win out, but I should be locked in the playoffs, I think, barring something extreme. Cass has a very interesting team. Gotharita, Low Kicks, Sandslash Alola, Vulpix Alola, Electrode Hisui, Camerupt, Alomaloa, Alomo, Dragonair, Wigglytuff, Archon, and Whirlipede. Very good snow mode there with Sandslash and Vulpix. I do have a generic ice weakness, and Steel is also quite good into me. Mainly because the ones that, for example, my Crabominable Steel is going to be hitting quite hard. That's my main ice resist. Electrode Hisui is here to completely stomp all over my Golduck, who I obviously want to bring Cloud9. Golduck is also great into Camerupt. And Camerupt is great into a lot of my team. As we saw last week, my opponent just spammed Earthquake all game. So, ground moves, quite good against me. Particularly when I bring all my ground weaks. Carkol, Turtonator, Drapion. So I absolutely expect Electrode and Camerupt to come. Electrode because it's faster than everything, and also because Electric and Grass combined hit my team very hard, other than Turtonator, and Calyrex. And Camerupt, yeah, ground spam. I would also, honestly, I would not be surprised to just see the top 6 from Gotharita to Camerupt. Perish Trap. They ran last week against Daddy, so that could also be possible, so Wigglytuff could come. They've been using Alomaloa a lot as well, just as like a bulky wish passer. Endgamer. Dragonair is a decent setup mon. Archon does a lot of damage, and also is their only Tailwind. I do not expect Whirlipede. We've got the heat, of course. We've starting things off with Max Speed Choice Scarf Lopunny. Very importantly, Lopunny with a Choice Scarf at max speed outspeeds Max Speed Sandslash by 2. I can't outspeed it by 1, we would be speed time. The idea here being that I will always go first unless I'm getting faked out. If I'm getting faked out, then Gotharita is out, and I don't think you're really threatening me much, so after you means I'm going first with whoever I want, which could be this Choice Specs Turtonator. Max speed, or sorry, max special attack, minimum speed. Terra Ghost allows me to switch out of Perish Trap or Shadow Tag, which will be a running theme on this team. We are only running stabs because that is all we need, really. Ideally, I'm just going to be clicking Heat Wave, so 2 leads that I foresee are Vulpix Sandslash, Electrode plus something, or Gotharita plus something. And regardless of what those are, I think Lopunny plus Turtonator is a great lead. If it's Gotharita, I can just U-turn out. And if it's the snow mode, I can after you Heat Wave. I can also U-turn Heat Wave into Vulpix, expecting an Aurora Veil. That allows me to bring in my Cloud9 Golduck, which we'll talk about that more later. Against Gotharita, I can also switcheroo the Choice Scarf, predicting a Trick Room or something. And then Triple Axle, Terra Ice Triple Axle, will OHKO, assuming it hits, a max HP Electrode. If it's not bulk, I don't even need to Terra Ice, I just get the OHKO with the Triple Axle. Limber to avoid static, also Thunder Waves, but yeah. Pivoting out, enabling my Turtonator. It could also enable this Assault Vest Crabominable with Terra Water to avoid any fire or steel damage against Electrode. I don't need to Terra because I got Assault Vest, and I can just OHKO it with Ice Punch or Ice Hammer. I was going to change Ice Punch to Thunder Punch because I want to be able to hit Water Terras specifically super effectively. Knockoff is here only for the Gotharita, and then Drain Punch Ice and Fighting have perfect coverage. However, I do want the Thunder Punch for Terra Waters. And probably also, along with this, we need something Trick Room enabler so I get my speeds going. Oh, the weird speed on the Crabominable will outspeed his min speed mons outside of Trick Room. After an Ice Hammer will be slower than everything, including Camerupt. We have Trick Room, Pollen Puff, Draining Kiss, and Psychic on the Calyrex with a Shed Shell, so it can also escape. Terra Fairy is mainly here for the low kicks, and then also to boost the power of Draining Kiss. With enough speed to outspeed everything except the low kicks and the Electrode. This puts me above a deactivated Sand Slash, which could be because of Cloud9. And then Trick Room last move to set up for my Turtonator and my Crabominable. As mentioned, we have our Cloud9 Covert Cloak Golduck. This is just max speed with enough HP to live. I don't quite remember. It's nothing from Electrode. I can't live anything from Electrode, that's why I'm Terra Grass to avoid Thunderbolts and Chloroblasts. Low Kicks, something from Low Kicks maybe. Anyway, Taunt is here for Parasong or for Gothorita. Covert Cloak also for Gothorita, and maybe Electro Webs if it comes up. Icy Wind to lower their speeds. Importantly, 2 Icy Winds plus a high horsepower from Sandaconda will get the KO on Electrode. And then Scald and Flip Turn, once again to get out of Shadow Tag. And then we round that out with another Terra Water. We got Sandaconda. Very standard with the Water Terra leftovers. Coil with the divisible by 16 health, and then the bulk. This is to not get 2-hit KO'd by Earth Power from Camerupt. And then just the rest into attack and speed. This will not outspeed Electrode if it is max speed at -2, but you have no reason to run max speed. So hopefully you are not above 212 speed, which is basically max. I don't think you can reach that if you're modest, which you should be modest against my team. High horsepower plus 2 Icy Winds knocks out Electrode. And then I don't need to Terra because Ground is a good type against this team. If I get off 1 Coil, I'm doing pretty well. 1 Coil means I don't get KO'd by Sand Slash either. That would be the main thing to Terra against. And then, yeah, High Horsepower and Rock Move are good, with Shed Skin for potential burns or freezes, even. Stone Edge after a coil is perfectly accurate. That's the squad. We're being a little goofy again. Would you expect anything less? We'll see you in the match.
Okay, here we are. We've got Cass, and no ice mode at all. Oh boy. Dang. Well, don't I feel silly. And in fact, Turtonator, I mean, it's still okay. I can after you Draco everything. Electrode is here as expected. I do have Switcheroo, no Perish Trap, which is good. I could just rip Crabominable instead. Of Turtonator. The issue with that is that I can't get out. And I can't Terra out of, let's see, Low Kicks, Goth. Okay. I am just going to U-turn into Goth and rip a Heat Wave. I know I live a first impression unless this is banded. And thankfully I do not give away that I'm scarfed on either of these unless he's scarfed on Low Kicks. Could just be knockoff into Turtonator, first impression into Lopunny. Could be fake out into either of them. Okay. Yep, it's fine. Do I want the Shed Shell because it allows me to get out? Also allows me to get some chip into Alomomola. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Worst case, you have Shadow Ball, right? So I do not need to switch here yet. Whoa, okay. That's a bold. Mist, beautiful. Signal Beam, okay. That's a very, very interesting Terra. I do want to get a Pollen Puff off here onto Gothorita. It should get the kill, I think. I could also Terra and Trick Room. I think that's probably for the best. Terra Fairy, Trick Room, Heat Wave. Sure. That's amazing for me. And this is a double KO as I set up Trick Room. Thank you, Turtonator. Very cool. And then we will Drain and Kiss and Heat Wave. I should still live whatever Lokix wants to do. And there was a situation where I got eliminated if I lose both of my next series 2-0. I believe with a single game win, I am safe. And it looks like that is going to be this game. Knock on wood, I still have... yeah, beautiful. Big Turt coming through. Clutch. What do we learn? Toxic Stalling. Fake Out, Signal Beam, Toxic Flip Turn. And I did not reveal my Shed Shell either, so... let's do the same thing. I don't quite understand what that Terra was doing. Let's do the same thing. I do not ever bring Golduck into this. This is like all special attackers, so Sandaconda is also not great. What Terras do we have, actually? Flying, Dragonair, Electric. Okay, Bug, Psychic. Well, largely offensive Terras. Goth, Camerupt. Okay. Do I just rip in after you, Draco? Terra goes Draco. I think I want a U-turn again. And Terra goes Draco. That will allow me to switch out. Hopefully you don't have... yeah, okay. And Earth Power, yep. And you are dead. Beautiful. Wasted the Terra Ghost. Well, let's get a U-turn, and we'll switch into Calyrex again. Maybe switching into... let's go into Crabominable. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I can get a knockoff. I can also get a Thunder Punch. Or predicting a Signal Beam, I can actually switch here into Lopunny. Or just get a Trick Room up. Fake out Psychic Signal Beam. Probably Trick Room. I already am pretty sure you cannot get this kill. So, yeah, Wish Passing. Yeah. Goodbye Eviolite. Hello Trick Room. Ba, 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 ba. I do have to get this KO. What could you switch into here? Nothing really. And I think I probably just switch, right? Okay, this might even just get this KO. Yep, beautiful. Thank you. There's Goth with the Wish Pass. Okay, I should be able to get a... Did we see Protect on that? Toxic Flip Turn, Wish. So Draco should get the KO there. But I can switch. Okay. Double Protect. Let's go for Ice Hammer and Draco again. I still have 2 switches available. Or, well, 1 switch available. That does not get the KO. Okay. And I miss. Cool. We go here. I think we switch. Or do I just rip another Draco? Right, because it should get the KO, especially by double. Double Protect, okay. But I'm not locked into U-turn. You wished last turn? Ah, shit, I missed that. I missed that. That's my bad. Well, I think I need to double Goth here. And it's not gonna get the kill. Yeah. And then Calyrex goes down. And then I do get the KO on Goth, but I do not get it on Alomomola. GG. And it's Rocky Helmet. That's good to know. Okie dokie. Now, realistically, that is because I missed Ice Hammer, right? Because this was all fine. Switch. And get you. Double Protect, sure. Yeah. Because you would have gone down. It would have been 2v1 eventually into the yellow mumble. Who I could have tricked a Choice Scarf onto, so. These things happen. Classic Ice Hammer moment. I do have Shed Skin. But how do I easily get it up? Like, if you lead Electrode here, then I just straight up lose my Sandaconda, right? I could just protect U-turn. Or I could Terra Ice Triple Axle and Coil. Yeah. Because So I have shed skin leftovers. That should be pretty good if I get one coil off. I want Calyrex for the pollen puffing. You have already let me down. Draco is good into the whole team. The idea here being I get off a coil, I kill Electrode, which Cass is not even brought to the first game. I know a Terra Ice triple axle does get that KO. Okay, sweet. I'm actually just gonna try to switcheroo onto Goth, or maybe onto Alomomola, and get a coil. Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna toxic something. You're toxicking the one with shed skin. Beautiful. I'm gonna lock you into something, and I should get another coil off. Do I even need another coil? I kind of just need one, right? Good, you're locked into Toxic. Psychic does a decent amount of damage. I could U-turn, I could also triple axle here. Hope that I get the... Okay, you're staying in just to click Toxic. Huge crit, enormous shed skin. Sandaconda's a god. There's camera up. It is Terra Grass. I can cover that with a triple axle and a protect. Sure. Beautiful. Hit your triple axles, please. 1, 2, 3. Terra Blast, okay. Lopunny's a god. Triple axle. Do I want to cover that with a Stone Edge? I think I do. Yep. Okay, well, I'm glad I did. Are you like max speed? No. Another crit. Sandaconda's a god. Let's go you. I can just spam Dragon Pulses here. We got a Stone Edge. Yeah, Sandaconda, thank you for the hard carry. Absolutely immense hard carry by Sandaconda. We are locked for playoffs, that is for sure. We're playing Daddy next week, who is my first repeat opponent. So we can get a little goofy with it. Let's see what I come up with. See you next week, peace!